In this short video, I will use a simple example to demo one of the most powerful concepts in DataStage. We call it as transformer, which is used to transform a data type or expression calculation. Let's first create the basic job. For load to PostgreSQL. Okay. Now let's use asset browser to find the source file in S3, dsdemo S3. This is the file that we have been working with. Let's continue to use this file. Let's preview it. Notice the couple of things. There's a first name, middle name, last name. There's some null value. Second thing, you will notice that sales date, ship date, billing date are integer, and also potentially contain some null value. Let's see what to do with this. So I to canvas and use asset browser to find my target connection, which is PostgreSQL. And I'm going to use this one and specify the schema. Connect. Let's connect the source to target. Let's review the source. As usual, we are going to read using this dsdemo S3 connection. Use DataStage property, read as a single file, read from this bucket, read this file. And first line is header, is already set in this case. Great. So we will leave it there. And let's quickly review the output schema to see what it think it has. So virtual, integer, and so on. So looks good so far. Let's look at the target set. Write to this connection dsdemo AWS PostgreSQL. Write mode is insert. Write to this schema, table name, sales 5K V1. Okay, we will want to use the replace option for now. But remember, we said that let's preview the source data one more time. Let's first look at this. First name, middle name, last name. Let's say the task is to create a combined full name column. Then the first question to deal with is middle name. Sometimes we need it because it has value. Sometimes we don't need it because it does not have value. It's null. Second task is to convert sales date, ship date, or billing date into from integer into date type. And also we need to pay attention to the null value here. So we need some null handling. So let's say how to use transformer to achieve this goal. So now let me find the transformer. Transformer is right here. Drop a transformer here. Okay. And to make this debugging a little bit easier, I'm going to add a copy stage here so that I can print out the content. So let's connect these two. So what this flow is doing is read the file from AWS 3, go through transformer, and send the output to Postgres SQL database, as well as printout to the job log. So let's first load the transformer to say what we are going to do with it. So in this case, we need a new column. So let's add column. And we will give it as full name. And here, let's use the expression builder to build this expression. So the first thing to think about it is middle name can be null value. So we need to have conditional logic. So given we need to have conditional logic, let's type the initial skeleton of conditional logic here. So if the middle name is null, then we want to concatenate first name and last name. If the middle name is not null, then want to concatenate first name, middle name, and last name. Let's see how to do that. So the first is expression to determine if a value is null. So is null function, let's pick the column middle name. So if middle name is null, then we want it to be first name concatenate last name. Otherwise, we want it to be first name concatenate, comma, concatenate middle name, comma, concatenate last name. Okay, let's review this expression one more time. If middle name is null, then it's first name concatenate, comma, concatenate last name. Otherwise, it is first name, comma, middle name, comma, last name. Okay, so that part is done. Let's apply this expression. The second task is to change the data type for this one to be integer. I mean, from integer to date. Let's see how to do that. So click this. So currently it is mapped to cell state. So let's say how we are going to do this type conversion from integer to date. And again, because this column may contain no value, so we need a if then else logic to wrap it. So if, okay. So the same logic here, if is now of cells ID, then we want it to be null value, then we want this column to be null. Otherwise, we wanted our type conversion from string, from integer from string or integer to date. So I'm going to use string to date to do this conversion. So the input column in this case is cell state. The data type here is we are going to use percent year, month, day. So if is now cell state, if cell state is null, then we will set this value to null. Otherwise, we will perform a string to date conversion of changing this from the current format to a date column. So let me copy this expression to save some time. So apply. So this has been applied to this expression. We will do the same change for ship date. So let me copy it here. There's not enough space to do this. So let me bring this to this column is ship date. So ship date. Okay. So this is the second expression. let's change the third one as well. So this is the billing date. Okay, let's review the data type to make sure the outcome is correct. So in this case, it has been changed to date. This should be date. This should be date. Okay. Oh, this one, let's change it to date. Okay, this 3 column are our date now. This one, I have a complex expression to describe the logic of changing this to first check it's now or not, and then concatenate first name, last name, or concatenate first name, middle name, last name together to form the full name. So let me change this to varchar and give the length this to 100 and mark this as nullable. So save. So now the data type should have been changed. Let me review this one. Input. This 3 column has been changed to date. And now I should have a new column called full name, which is varchar 100. So let's save this. Let's run this job and see what happens. So if I make any mistake as part of the transformer expression, the compilation phase will detect this error and will show me. The fact that it didn't complain means that I entered the expression correctly. So we will go with it. Okay, this job just finished successfully. So now let's check pick out output. Cell state, notice that it has dash. This means it's date. Ship date is now. And billing date is now. Okay. And the ship date is now, billing date is now. In this case, sales date has value, ship date has value, billing date has value. Full name is computed correctly. For first name, last name, in this case, first name, middle name, last name, it's all computed correctly, which is good. So let's preview the let's do preview the data for the target. So notice that we have changed from integer to date now, and the null value has been handled correctly. Let's also say the added column. So added column, first name, middle name, last name have been handled correctly. So this shows the power of transformer, and it's one of the most powerful stage in DataStage. Let me close this. Thank you very much for watching. Have a wonderful day.